Hello, brothers and sisters. This is Jesse, and I'm back with another one. How's everybody doing today, guys? There's a topic. There's something I've been thinking about, guys. Um, the topic today is people tell you their deepest, darkest secrets. Does that resonate or relate to any of you? Do you have a bunch of people that feel that they can come up and tell you anything because they know that you live your life off principle, you have integrity, you are not one that goes out and gossips, right? You don't gossip, you mind your own business. You don't care what other people are doing, right? And you're a very private person, so you just keep to yourself. You know, believe it or not, you are the person that people look to. You are the type of person that if they were in a foxhole under fire and under attack, you would be the one person that they could trust with their life to stick by them. You would be the one that they would choose to come with you in that foxhole. If out of all the people in your town, you are the one. You are the one people trust. No matter if they don't like you or not, no matter if they think you're different or weird or whatever or whatnot, it doesn't matter, guys, but they respect you. And that's all that matters anyway, is that people respect you. Who cares who likes you? That doesn't even matter. I mean, I stopped worrying about who liked me years and years ago. I don't care. I'm living and being my authentic self. It doesn't matter what people think or anything. The only thing that matters is what God thinks, okay? But anyway, so you are that trustworthy person. They know that they know they can trust you with anything. They really can. And if no one gives you credit in this world with anything else, that ought to be giving you enough credit enough to know that if people are telling you stuff that they would never want to get out to anyone else, like that they would never in a million years want anyone to hear or get out, and they're coming to tell you about it, then trust me, that should tell you all you need to know about what kind of person you are and how they really feel about you. Even if they won't give you the credit outwardly and tell you, it really should mean, it should be a big thing for you. You should know that you are looked at in that way. You are to be trusted with people's lives. And they do. They do. 150% they trust you. So, well, what I wanted to get into, guys, is so all my life, and it took a long time to figure out, but it's always been weird. Like people would come to me with stuff that's like, what the heck, man? Like I did not need to hear this. I did not need to have all this trauma put on me, extra trauma put on me through all the other stuff I'm going through myself, right? But man, it just feels like I've been dumped on my whole life. Like, guys, I have been acquainted with every group of people in this town. We're talking all walks of life. I've been acquainted with, I've hung around with, I talk to. It doesn't matter. I've never been a judgmental person. Oh, that's another thing. They also know that you're not a judgmental person, so that's another reason they feel they can tell you this stuff. All right? They know they can tell you stuff and you're not going to judge them, and they know you're a very good listener. You're a great listener, guys. And you know, that's one of the biggest things with this. They know they can tell you things. God. And you are not going to repeat it to anybody. You're not the gossiping type. So, guys, I've seriously, pillars of this community, people with money, people in high status and power. It's very strange how they can openly tell me their freaking their skeletons, and open up to you with skeletons in their closet. It's like they couldn't go to a therapist, or they didn't want to go to a therapist to talk about this stuff with them. But you come to little old me, right? If I'm such a nobody, right? You're coming to me with these dark, dark secrets. Like, people have always felt comfortable relaying all this stuff. It's like they had to get it off their chest because they couldn't tell anybody else. They couldn't trust or tell anybody that, that this stuff was going to get out. Um, I've always had that effect on people. They've always come to me with everything. Like, you've been a therapist to people. Whether you knew it or not, you were actually helping them, you know? And that should mean a lot to you. That should that should give you enough credit to know that you are on track and being the person you should be in life, right? That should be enough for you. Enough credit, after all the other things that they don't give you credit for. That one thing alone should tell you everything you need to know about yourself, you know. And so, guys, you wouldn't even believe the stuff. Like, you know, I know some of the stuff, like on one of my other videos, someone called me and said, or someone said, yeah, dude's fake or whatever. You can call me fake. You can say that. But, guys, I can't, I can't erase what I've seen. I can't just not unsee and unhear what I've heard. You know, I'm not very good at making up stuff, guys. I've always lived my truth. I mean, we are the walking truth. You live your truth in life. You are very authentic, right? So you don't go around making up stuff, and people know this. People take your word as gold. They do. And that's another thing too. When you speak and when people ask you about something, they take that as gold no matter what. They know you don't lie and you are telling the truth, right? That's another great quality about yourself. You don't tell lies, you don't fib, you don't, exaggerate truths. It is what it is. You call it how you see it, right? That's how it's been for you your whole life. So, guys, it's absolutely amazing some of the things that I've been told. Most of this stuff I didn't want to hear about it. Like, I don't need this crap, right? But you're a very compassionate, loving person. You're very empathic towards people that have had things done wrong to them, and you feel for these people, and you can connect and relate with people because you've had a lot of this stuff done to you through all the life experiences you've had. You can connect and relate with people, and they know that about you, and they can come, and that's why they come to you with all this stuff. They realize and understand who you are, deep down. The qualities you have as an individual are way, way higher above most. It's very rare, the qualities that you possess as an individual. Guys, I can't make this up when I say, like, I have stuff that would destroy families. I have these deep secrets people have entrusted me with that could destroy lives, destroy their life. Maybe not on a financial level or anything like that, but we're talking just like within their families and their reputations in this community would totally destroy them and take them down. I mean, it would be devastating for them, the stuff that I know and the stuff that I carry around with me. I don't know if please let me know if you're someone that relates with this. I mean, like I said, I was saying in my other videos, I live in a town of 8,000, a small town of 8,000 people, okay? So, most generally, most of the people in your area. If not just your town, your county, like where I live in northern Maine. I mean, man, I know most of the people in the county, so, or an acquaintance. I'm acquainted with them in some way or shape, one way or another. But anyway, guys, when I've had people, like, we're talking people, rich business owners and stuff, when their daughter has come to you, and this is going to sound, I don't know, guys, maybe this won't sound weird, but when people have come to you with, like, stories of um, telling you how their father has molested them when they were a child, or has sexually assaulted them as a child, and they came to you out of all people, out of all everyone in the town, they come to you and confide into you to talk to you about this stuff because they couldn't tell anybody else. Isn't that like amazing that someone would entrust you with that information that you know? I mean, yeah, you've known them, you know, for some time, but you're not that close with them though. Like, I'm not talking about people that are very even, really even that close. We're talking just acquaintances seen around and stuff. Like, it's so strange, guys, that they could come to you and tell you all these things. Like, I'm even talking about women that have told me about their friggin' brothers used to sexually assault them when they were kids living at the home, and they could never tell anybody else. And they confided in me, like, and the thing is, it's like I never asked for any of this stuff. Like, I didn't need to hear this stuff. But it's truly amazing when you have someone come to you and you know the secret could destroy their father's reputation, that owns like a huge business in this town, that's looked at as a pillar of this community, um, that they were raping their daughter, as a teenager. And this is not out. This is like I said, this is a small town. I never, if this person was telling anybody else and other people, you would have, stuff gets around fast, guys. So I was in shock when I heard this story, because everyone looks at this person's father like they're a god in this area, right? Like a pillar of this, they're a pillar of this community. They're, excuse me, they're a big business owner. They have all this stuff going on, right? Just the fact that I hold those a secret like that, and why they didn't think they could go and talk to and tell someone else is man, I don't really even know how to feel about it, right? Like, you're telling me out of all the people. I mean, very strange, and especially when they've told you and entrusted you with this secret, and it had and wanted to sit down and talk to you about it is amazing. I mean, it just seems like people always can come to you for anything and everything, and they know you will never tell a soul. And you know how many people at first, guys, they'll say like, "Oh, don't tell anyone, don't tell." I'm like, really? They don't even need to say that, and they know they don't need to tell you that, but they just say it just because. But man, all the time people come up to me with stories like that. Like, that's nothing, guys. I mean, there are so many other stories, but the biggest one was about these sexual assaults from their dads, from their brothers. I mean, this stuff goes on, guys, more than you expect. Like, I've been in shock, guys, for the stuff I've heard. I'm like, these people are supposed to be prominent people in this town, right? They are supposed to be the people you look up to and respect, and try to, be successful like that. And here you have a family member coming to you, airing their dirty secrets out to you. Like, that in itself is just absolutely wild to me. How someone, how these people can come tell me this stuff, and why they trust me with all this stuff. And they can trust me with anything. I mean, but it's just the fact that they had this knowing about you, and they felt that they could just come to you, and you would understand, and you would listen, and you would be able to somehow relate in a way, which a lot of you can. I know a lot of people have gone through this traumas and toxic upbringings and abusive things in life. I know a lot of people have gone through this stuff, guys, and I've gone through a lot of this stuff too, which I'll get into later on in my other stories. A lot of abuse stories that I'm going to get into, that I'm going to be very vulnerable about, which I've never told anybody myself. But this is stuff I need to get off my chest myself. But it is amazing how many stories and how many dark secrets and things that people entrust with you, and that you have on your shoulders, like that you carry around with you every day, all this knowledge. It's it's just out of this world wild, guys, that people would entrust you with all these things. And they feel very comfortable and confident in telling you this. And you're not, and they know that you won't judge them. That's like one of the greatest qualities that you have about yourself is people trust you beyond a reasonable. They trust you with their life, no doubt, no question about it. Um, it's it's unbelievable. But like people have always come to me with like just everything, every different kind of scenario. Like, oh my God, like someone's wife having to come to me and say, "Oh, I got scammed. I was talking to this guy, and this is a rich woman." Wow, her husband's rich. This is another story. It always seems to be these people with money and success. And it's so weird. And I've been, like I said, it's a small town. Like I'm acquainted with a lot of people, right? So these people feel like they could come to you, right? And it's just weird. Like, so another one, like I was just saying, is um, she was sending money to this dude that she got in a fling with that lived like, I don't know how many states away. And she got freaking, she sent him all this money. Like, um, sent him a ton of money. Like he scammed her out of all kinds of money, right? And the husband doesn't know about this. And she needed someone to come talk to about this. And I don't even, this isn't like a close person that I've hung out with in life. This is like an acquaintance of someone my mother knows. All right? This is how this has always gone. Like, why are you telling me about this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're trusting me with people trust you with the deepest, darkest secrets, man. It's freaking wild. It really is wild. Um, but it just seems like everyone can come and dump everything on you. And I don't even really know how to feel about that at times, as though, although I do feel like, man, this is a lot of stuff that you put it on me as well. Like, it was hard enough to heal from all my trauma and stuff that I had growing up, but, now I have people, you have people that can confide in you and talk to you about anything is, you know, I actually take it as a compliment, and you should. You should feel honored by that in a way, except for, having all this crazy stuff that's happened in their life that they don't would never want anyone to ever know about or for it to ever get out, but they didn't feel like they could go talk to a therapist or a counselor or anyone else about it, but they're telling little old you about it. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's that's one of the things I've thought was such a remarkable thing with this journey. Um, you are trusted. You are trusted more than you will ever know with everything. I mean, you are the go-to person when people can't, when they have questions, answers questions they want answered. People want to know. They want your input. They want to know what you think about stuff. Like I said, if they can't give you credit for anything else, take this as to be honored, really, that they can confide in you in this way. Um, and listen, guys, I don't mind doing it either. I don't mind doing it, but it's the fact of this is I I have all these things on me that I don't have an outlet to let it out, nor would I go and tell. I mean, it's just it's so weird, guys. Like you carry, like, I don't know about you, but I know I carry all of these dark secrets and traumatic things that have happened to people that they've come to me with over their life. And here you are carrying them around, and and I don't know. It's just I feel for these people, but I just think it's wild that you came to me. Um, And I will never share any of their, any other names, any of this, I'm never going to ever expose these people or anything. I would never do that, guys. But I just had to, that's just a little bit of what I was, what I wanted to talk about with how deep some of this stuff gets that they've put on me. This was, and the biggest thing has been the sexual assault stuff, you know? That's something that people don't want to get out. They don't want to destroy their own family over it. That's a lot of trauma that people hold on to, and I feel bad for those people that don't feel that they can go, that carry this stuff on them, Um, and I am more than willing to help people and talk to them about this stuff, but I'm just saying, it's like, holy cow, you know, you're just amazed of the stories and how people aren't really who you thought they were. People you looked up to growing up and you wanted to strive to be like, you come to find out they're really not the people that you thought they were, and it totally changes your how you look at these people and everything. I mean, and generally we're not a judgmental person, but you have to look at things on for what it is. You have to look at things for what they are, and it's crazy, guys. I just there's so many traumas that people have unloaded on me over the years, and I feel for them. I feel for everybody, guys, because I've been through a lot of situations myself, um, and I have no problem at all. You know, I have no issue at all talking to people about this stuff, but I just wanted you guys to know that you should be happy and you should feel honored about that. That's all. That's all. This is kind of the whole point of this video is, you know, the whole point of this video is that you are looked at as that person. You are a person that people can trust with everything, with anything and everything. So that's one thing that you should really be happy about with yourself, and know that you are very special in that way. Okay? So anyway, guys, I'm going to cut this one short. I'm just getting started on here and getting going, guys. But please, if you would just give me a like and share these videos and subscribe, I would appreciate that very much, guys. God bless you all and have a good day, brothers and sisters.